Good morning, Powerful Parent Club. We are back for another session. We're going to keep things quiet this morning because the baby is taking a nap. Whew. We don't want to wake her up. It's not worth it. But we are taking a little bit of inspiration from our kids today. And so if you guys tuned in last night to what we did, the session with Gina from Rich Somatics, we talked a little bit about moving slow and thinking about being really mindful about our movement, and all of that is super, super important. And I talked about how if you watch your little ones, especially the really young ones, how they interact with the environment and explore and learn. It's pretty amazing. And it might be something as simple as a magnifying glass, but just seeing how they touch things and hold it and feel and explore it. And maybe that's in their mouth, maybe that's putting it up to their face, maybe it's listening to what it sounds like, feeling the materials. All of this stuff creates an impact, and as parents we don't usually get the time or the bandwidth to really move a little bit more slowly and think about what we're doing or how we're moving. And so today's session is a little bit of going back to basics, starting nice and light and kind of reconnecting with the ground, reconnecting with our body and feeling for these things. So we're going to use getting back to crawling as our inspiration today, because a lot of us have forgotten how to do that. It's been a long time, but it can be amazing exercise, amazing for mobility, and you might notice that, oh wow, it's harder to do some of these things than you would have thought. So that's what we're going to start with today. We're going to start with some rolling. So if you got room, right, you're on the floor. The goal here is you're set up, and we're going to have room to lie all the way down, and we're just going to roll one way over and coming backwards. And you're going to notice, alright, so while you're rolling here, switch from this direction too. We use our arms, right, to pattern to come over, to reach over, or you can also use your leg to reach over and insert that movement. And so we're going to play around with that movement in two different ways, right? So we're going to try to do it just with our arms. So let's see if you can just bring your arms, keeping your legs a little bit light, or not trying to move them at all, keeping it easy. And then we're going to try also with just using the legs, coming over, and feel how that feels. And we're going to roll. Alright, so the first one we're doing is let's go with just the arms first. So trying to think about, okay, can you bring the left arm over on its own, right? And if you have trouble with this, say, okay, why might that be the case? Left arm over, and then you roll with it. And then we're going to go left arm back, so trying to start with that arm. And then we're going to go the opposite direction here. So right arm over. And right arm back. And so some of this might seem easy for some folks and difficult for others. Left arm over, so we're just kind of getting back and forth here. Right arm over. Okay, positional here. So now we're going to switch to the legs. So we're going to bring the leg back to see if we can get that movement just with the legs alone. Reaching that leg over and let the rest of the body come with you. Okay, and then we're going to go over the other way too. And coming back around here. So you see I started with the arm, but we're going to try to start with the leg and come around. If you have trouble with that, take a note. Ooh. Gotta make room here, right? So same thing, right leg coming over, leading that movement, left leg coming over, and now let's speed it up a little bit. Who's rolling with me? Left leg over, right leg over, and coming through, right leg over, and left leg over, and this feels good too. So nice easy mobility work here, just practicing our rolling. Awesome. And if we lead with the different parts of our body, we'll notice some differences throughout. All right. And then let's go one more time with just the arms. So I'm bringing my right arm over. Legs try to stay passive. Left arm over. Right arm over. And right arm back. Left arm over. And right arm over. All right. Take some time to think about that. And so, the next step, right, our kids are working on getting up into these positions. So, obviously modify. These types of movements are difficult for you. What we're doing here, we're just kind of bumping up into that. A lot of you know it as a cobra position. So that's another one of the next steps that our kids get into before they can get into their crawling. All right, so we're coming up. Let's just go 10 times. And you'll be surprised. If you got really tight hips, you might notice that it's really hard to do this. Or to get all the way up, or if it's painful, then we modify. We don't go into painful positions, especially if they send pain down your legs. Okay. So if we can do that, right? This is obviously some good mobility work for some lumbar extension. All right, and then, okay, so we get up now into this figure 4 position. And so I'm just gonna come a little bit further forward here. Okay. So we're just gonna get some rocking. We're just finding some mobility, inspiration in what our kids do. So you notice that it's difficult to get up and down off the floor with your little ones. This type of movement practice can be really helpful. And then when you're playing with your kids, you can be getting some exercise in at the same time. Double bonus. Everything. Alright, so there's a lot of that rocking, right? And then we pattern in some of that arm movement too at the same time. So we're stepping forward and back. Getting ready to make those moves. Because it takes a lot of different muscles to move at the same time to be able to coordinate that forward motion into crawling. Alright, so we're going to add the legs in now too. We're just going to go legs one at a time. And so you might notice if you haven't done this in a while, it requires a decent amount of shoulder stability to be able to move in this direction. Alright, and if you're sensitive on your knees, it's a good thing to think about. Why am I sensitive? Maybe you need to put on some knee pads or make sure you're on a softer surface, or practice this type of thing on folded up towel rolls so it doesn't take on as much stress. Okay, and so now we're going to string those movements together. So as our right arm reaches forward, or left arm reaches forward, our right leg is moving forward. So you're getting the opposite arm and leg, and we're going to go forward and backwards. Find those patterns of movement that our kids are learning. Feel the ground underneath you, feel what muscles are working. Learn from it if something feels stiff or uncomfortable. Alright. And feel free to shake it out. Coming on back. We're just going to get our legs kind of kicking up into those bird dogs just because we're already in this position and we're getting those different patterns working for us. So we're feeling how that feels. One side extending. Okay. And now we're moving into the next phase where we're crawling a little bit faster. So if you were here with us, this is where things get more challenging, right? We're gonna bring our legs off the ground and we're gonna hold our body up. Oh boy. Ruthie, everybody can hear you talking. Are you sure you don't want to come in and crawl with me? So, we're gonna go 30 seconds here. Oh, hello. You want to crawl? Can you crawl? Ooh, you got your ballet shoes on? You gonna show us some jumping? We're talking about how babies move. Ooh.
Stop!
Stop what?
The piggies. Daddy, stop!
I'm not being a piggy right now, I'm being a baby. And the baby's gonna go back to rolling. The baby's rolling. Alright, we're getting some extra movement here now. What?
Can you start crawling?
Oh, alright. Well, crawling gets extra challenging when you've got extra weight on you, right? So as those babies get bigger, it becomes more difficult to do these things. Safety first, folks. What's that? You're 4? You're not a baby?
No.
Oh my goodness.
Babies aren't 4.
They're not 4?
Except, well,
Whew.
except on one of their birthdays.
Okay, so folks,
But that would be when they're not.
we got some good crawling practice, some rolling practice. Just because why not? Ruthie just had to show up, so now I get my extra weight for some squats to finish up here.
Daddy, stop!
Here we go. 1.
Stop!
What?
Go, 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 go!
2.
Go, 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 go!
3.
Do 20.
4. 5.
Whee!
6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right. Whew.
Is that going to tickle you?
Careful. All right, folks. Hopefully you got something out of that today.
Daddy,
You're connecting
Daddy,
with the movement.
Daddy, can you do a dance party before they leave?
All right, you start the dance party. You show off your dance moves.
Daddy,
Ruthie wants to dance it out.
Those lights.
You want to put on the lights?
Those lights that turn on.
All right, we're putting on some lights. We're gonna dance it out in a quiet way. We're gonna do a quiet dance because Leona's sleeping, right?
Yeah. No, I know.
Okay. Here we go. Let's find some lights. What do you think? We got some lights going. All right. Show off your moves for just a little bit.
Daddy, you can quickly.
Shake out those bodies. Whoa! All right, folks. We're gonna continue this party on our own here. If you guys, hopefully you found something good, some good movement, and we'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. All right, show them one more move. What do you got? Ooh, nice move. Get up on those toes. All right, have fun, everybody. Have a good day.